Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Always a pleasure to be joined by Mr. Reshat Mati. Been a little while. I told you the minute I got here, I remembered that pizza you recommended me about a year ago for Taylor Serrano fight, where you said go to Artichokes. I had to check it out. I'm imagining you're looking forward to Saturday, and then you can have an artichoke.
Oh, of course. You know, the main thing right now is to get that weight done, and then after that, you start working on towards, you know, getting the win, and then having a good night, dinner and stuff like that. So that's the main thing right now.
Let's talk a little bit about sort of the last 12 months for you. How has everything been? You are out at MSG again this week, the theatre on another big card. Happy?
Yeah, I'm happy with the card. You know, just the main thing is for me is to steal the limelight. You know, Edgar's a good friend of mine. You know, Adam's a good guy. The main thing is for me is just to be like the Albanian Bear was the fight of the night. So it's you know, we're gonna get the job done in you know, in good fashion.
You put that level of pressure on yourself. Obviously now you're building yourself up through the ranks. You want to make sure that you're in a show real fight. You want to keep pushing your name out there to the US audience, but also a big global audience on DAZN. Is that pressure there, or does it just everything as it comes?
Yeah, I mean everything as it comes at the end of the day, because I'm here to do my thing, and regardless. And you know, people are gonna always want to be like, "Yo, so we want a knockout," but come fight the guys that I'm fighting and see if you can stop those guys. I mean, let me see if you can beat those guys, let alone stop them. So it's they always try to put pressure on you, but at the end of the day, I can care less. I'm here to do my thing, win fights in good fashion. Yeah, they put me in the last fight 6 months ago. Oh, it was 6 months ago, in October in Mexico City, which was the odds were pretty bad in my favor. So it was, and I came out winning, you know, 7 out of the 10 rounds. So it worked out for me. It was good, and you know, like to show anybody that I'm not just a boxer. You know, when it comes down to digging deep and trying to win the fights, I'll do it.
Now you're in that good position, do you feel like momentum needs to be your biggest thing? Activity, keeping out over 10 rounds, and just sort of putting in all those good performances to warrant yourself moving up through the rankings?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing for me now is they always want to do like these things where you're trying to step up and do all these fights. I'm tired of these regular fights. You know, I want some names. You know, I want to pull out some names and then fight some quality guys. If Rolly can fight for a world title and he's ranked number 22 in the world and he's a world champion, he's still ranked number 22. So what is this? Like I don't get the process. And it wasn't against the name. It was against the older guy. You know, the guy that shouldn't be even fighting. So it's you know, boxing is a weird sport right now. It's just we're just trying to get it right, get the fights done, win in good fashion, and we go from there.
Are you happy then? I'll take it. Are there any names that you look at? I mean, you talk about Rolly getting a sort of world title fight despite a low ranking. I know it sort of helps when you play with certain governing bodies, in his instance, the WBA, but I suppose from you also now, you're saying, well, with guys like that who I believe sort of I have their number, then you can sort of start to call them out maybe and push forward?
I wouldn't really say I would have his number because I'll whoop his ass. But I'm pretty sure everybody in the lightweight division, super lightweight, would go and say, listen, I'll whoop Rolly's ass. But it's just, the guy came off a knockout loss, which was a real knockout loss, and ended up fighting for a world title, so it made no sense to me. But the main thing is just I want to fight some names, man. I'm tired of, you know, just fighting these low-income names that were just, you know, tougher than they look. So it's just get it done, fight the best, and then just move on.
For you,
go back to 47. You gotta go back to 47. Eddie wants me to go down 35, but I don't see that happening.
let me just ask you then, finally, do you feel like the best is going to be seen from you when you have a good name in front of you and you're sort of at the press conference table, when you're able to have that little bit of needle going into a fight? Like you say, sometimes it's hard to get yourselves up for these guys because no one really knows who they are. Yeah. They don't come in and talk a good game and then they go and surprise everyone on fight night. You feel like the best of you is going to be seen when you sort of have that build-up, when you have something that you can really get yourself up for.
You know, the guy that I'm fighting tonight, Saturday, is going to be a guy that's just like, you ever watch that movie The Goon? The guy was just there to fight, you know, and he goes in there swinging. That's pretty much the goat is going to be. You know, the guy that just goes in there swinging, super active, doesn't get tired, you know, and it's a good test. It's not a bad test. It's a tough test. It's just you got to make sure I fight the right fight and don't get hit. And he's a very, very strong guy. So the main thing for me is just to look good and do that. But after this fight, I want to get some names because I feel like I'm the type of person that would be better when stuff gets harder. So like the bigger names, the tougher fights, those are the guys where I try to prevail.
Well, Reshat, it's always a pleasure. We look forward to sort of seeing this progression moving forward. Hopefully catch you Saturday night as well. Final message to fans?
Stay tuned because you're going to miss the fight of the night, all right?
Reshat Mati, thank you very much for your